What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be looking at Dr. Disrespect's recent response that he made on a YouTube live stream. Now, I will not be reacting to the whole thing because it's 40 minutes long. I'm just going to be reacting to some points he made during it. I do want to say, go hate on me in the comments all you want, Dr. Disrespect fans. Tell me to kill myself as many times as you want. I really don't care. Dr. Disrespect's fans on my last video have actually been the most negative fan base I have ever interacted with. The worst fan base that I've ever interacted with. That's including Hassan Piker and Vosh's fan bases. Anyway, guys, let's just get right into the video. Just for a little bit of a backstory for people who aren't acquainted with the situation, basically a former Twitch employee came out and said that the reason Dr. Disrespect was banned is because he was sexting a minor. Doc said that he wasn't sexting them, but he was inappropriately messaging them in this tweet here. And then he went on a extended vacation, which he is now returned from. And he made this live stream responding to everything, so we're just gonna look at that now.
Yeah, just keep ignoring the issue and putting up this act. God, I'm so concerned and worried about everyone else's problems except mine because I'm dealing with a deeper depression and I like to project. Oh, champs.
Right off the bat, doing your response to pedophile accusations in character is actually insane.
Champs. So glad you're back. Hey, I appreciate it, Shane. It's good to be back to a certain degree, right? We got to figure out this monetization thing. So September 25th is basically when we can reapply for partnership on YouTube, you know? For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension. I guess since you all missed the point with my personal statement, maybe it's time to tell my side of the story.
Maybe giving your side of the story and addressing these accusations over a month ago when they first came out would have been a little bit better, looked a little bit better, but instead you decided to say that you were talking inappropriately to a minor. Yes, you were. And then go on an extended vacation. Not the best look, Doc. I'm going to be honest with you.
Champs? You see, there was a lawsuit pending. And as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case.
Which is most likely true. This is very standard for cases like this when they're settled outside of court. So I will give the doc this one. I understand why he didn't address it until the accusations were brought forth. It makes sense because he would have been breaching some sort of contract.
Or the settlement. However, if one side violated that confidentiality, then the other side could respond. And again, champs, I respected all the confidential obligations. But apparently Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this?
I'm going to be honest with you, the point was honestly probably clout. Now, even if it was for clout, if these allegations are true, that really doesn't take away from them at all just because something was uploaded for clout. If it's true, then it's true.
What's the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020.
I don't understand if you mean that's the reported reason that Twitch was reporting, or you mean that's the reported reason that he was reporting. But if you are saying that's the reported reason that Twitch is reporting, then, I mean, man, that's kind of case closed. That's really like just the nail in the coffin for you right there, man. I'm going to be honest. Because if it's Twitch saying that you did this, you sexted a minor or talked to a minor inappropriately in this way, then that's probably what happened if Twitch is willing to ban you for that, because you pulled them in a lot of revenue.
Well, I mean, for what? Cody? Why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is?
Weird flex, but okay. I don't understand why knowing the legal definition of sexting is something you should be bragging about. I mean, it's just making you sound like a kind of a weirdo that looks up these laws pretty often.
I do. And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists...
And I'm sure that EDP was actually there for a cupcake, dude. This is actually the weakest point I think I've ever heard. You're trying to like say you are a master manipulator, mastermind behind the scenes, orchestrating everything so that the media would pick up and purposely spread fake information. That's not what you did, guy. That's not what you did. You made a fuck up, and now you're trying to cover your ass.
Would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the...
A quick Google search will tell me that Guy Beam lives in San Diego, California, and another quick Google search will tell me that the age of consent in California is 18 years old. So the person that you were talking to was a minor, but they were also above the age of consent in California? That's not adding up, Guy. Not one bit.
Time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time.
The reason that the journalists didn't is because you literally said they were a minor, and you live in California, therefore it is impossible for them to both be a minor and above the age of consent. And I'm guessing that is the same reason with Twitch, because the person was just simply not over the age of consent, and you're lying out your ass right now.
Time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person.
Now this could very well be true because neither side has showed us the messages, so it could very well be that Cody Connors lied about this specific part. Why he would do that, I don't know. It would just ruin his credibility if it was found out that it was a lie when the messages do eventually get leaked, if they do, hopefully. But it definitely is possible. So this is actually the first good point, actually maybe the second good point that Guy has made throughout this video.
Ever. Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of plan and coordinate.
I really don't think that this was a planned, coordinated attack because there's just too many variables, too many people involved for it to all be planned and orchestrated. Somebody would have slipped up or something like that, and we just haven't seen that yet. So it definitely, in my opinion, is not a planned, orchestrated attack on Guy Beam.
This attack. These big-time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now, don't you think, champs? They act like they're just gossip.
I mean, I personally feel like they have always been like gossip channels, just trying to get clicks as much as possible, even more than drama YouTubers. In my personal opinion, I feel like it's always been that way. I don't think that's really a new thing.
Channels now, without any real journalism and real research happening. They reported on all this based on leaks from two former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently that's just too much to ask.
Dude, can't you just like give us a play-by-play of what actually happened? Like seriously, it's actually getting annoying. You haven't said anything and we've been watching you for like 5 minutes now, dude. You literally haven't said a single thing.
Ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, 1, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And 2, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material.
Just because what they found wasn't illegal doesn't mean that it wasn't morally reprehensible and absolutely disgusting, dude. You're playing on this like lawyer firm of, well, technically it wasn't illegal, so I'm all good. No, dude, you shouldn't have a fucking platform depending on what the messages say. We haven't seen them yet, but I'm tending to lead on the side of them being absolutely vile and disgusting from all the evidence that I have seen.
See, Sam, I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely. And look at how it was defined by everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming.
How else are they supposed to take that, dude? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't think that Twitch is going to ban you because you said a curse word while chatting with one of your fans that happen to be underage. I really don't think that is the case here at all. It wouldn't make any sense. You using the word inappropriate there means that there was definitely something more going on. And if it wasn't bad, like you're saying, just tell us what the messages entailed. But you won't do that. Why won't you do that?
Articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the
Again, just tell us the content of these jokes. If it really truly wasn't that bad, why can't you just tell us the content of these jokes? Seriously, dude.
first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate?
Well, the difference would be that the person that I'd be making those types of jokes with wouldn't be like 20 years younger than me. You know, like that's the difference, I think. The person wouldn't have been somebody that I should have been interacting with at all because of the age difference. You know what I mean?
In those words. And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here. We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down.
Why would Twitch want to ban one of their biggest creators that pulls them in so much money? That literally makes 0 sense at all, dude. And I know I'm going to see all you guys in the comment section saying, well, they wanted to ban him because he recorded in a bathroom, in a public bathroom. And no, they could have just banned him for that. They wouldn't have needed to come up with this whole reason to ban him. They could have banned him just for filming in that public bathroom because that is a crime.
On my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with the Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform.
Why does this matter in this situation at all? This is literally something that doesn't even matter to bring up. Why are you just talking about some dude that didn't do his job well? Just because he didn't do his job well literally has nothing to do with this entire situation at all.
Right? Literally. The face of the platform. And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website. He was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager. And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. I understand how that can kind of correlate.
me banned. Coincidence? The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one. The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team.
The victim not wanting to report it is literally a nothing point, because a lot of times victims don't want to report stuff because they just want to forget about it and like act like it never happened. Also, just because something isn't technically illegal doesn't mean that it is not morally corrupt and disgusting.
That would have been the end. That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the two-time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year, big-time arbitration, okay? And, you discover a lot of stuff. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate.
I mean, if you're able to make messages with a minor look bad, they're probably pretty bad. Even if they're just jokes, you shouldn't be joking about that stuff with a minor. That's still fucking disgusting, dude. That is a kid and you were like a 35-year-old man. You shouldn't even be entertaining talking to them. If I was a YouTuber that was that age and I had a fan that was say 16, 17 years old and they told me that, I'd be like, hey, I'm sorry, we can't talk, we can't communicate because I don't want to talk to kids, frankly. Like, you're a 35-year-old man at this point. What do you have in common with a child that you can talk about? Seriously, dude.
Even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute.
Just because it doesn't constitute sexting doesn't mean it was not extremely inappropriate and shouldn't have been happening. Like, why were you talking to a kid in an inappropriate way at all? I know I've said this like 10 times, but I think it's an extremely important point to try and drive in. Why? Why did you think it was okay to talk with a minor, make inappropriate jokes, if that's even what it was, with a minor? We don't know this kid's age. This kid could have been 12. This kid could have been 16, is what Doc's kind of saying, is like 16, 17. However, I don't think it matters. I really don't see a huge distinction of that when you are 35, 40 years old talking to a child. There's not a huge distinction there. You're a grown-ass man talking inappropriately with a child. That's absolutely disgusting.
Sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
So from the research I've done, it would basically go and they would look at both states and see what the age of consent was in both states. And if either of those states it is 18, then it would be a crime. So what you're saying right now, Doc, literally means nothing at all. It is a complete nothing point. It doesn't matter at all.
I'm not going to get into every detail regarding my legal case. But these former Twitch employees that claim to have firsthand knowledge, they just don't have a clue. They didn't report any facts. The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious. I mean, just take a look at me. Right? Unfiltered. The realest motherfucker in this industry.
Anyway, guys, with that being said, I think that's going to wrap the video up. Sorry I wasn't able to get this out sooner. I was on vacation over the weekend, so I just got back and was able to bust out this video real quick for you guys. Anyway, if you disagreed with me, tell me why in the comments. Just be respectful, and I'll respond to you. If you're not respectful, not going to respond to you. That's just kind of what's going to go. Anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.